you don't want to go down that road where you're always where you're always over competing with
Mm.
someone just because they're at a different place in their life. And I realize not everyone is going to be on the same path as each other. So
Yeah.
you gotta you gotta keep in your own lane, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
But this is it though, because and that's funny because well, it's not funny, but I feel like I said before, if you just constantly see someone on social media doing their thing, like I said, going on X amount of holidays, and you're like, I'm not even there yet. But the thing is, that's where they're at, or they could not be there. They might just be putting up images too, but they might be at that point where like they're living good,
Yep.
and you're not quite there, but you kind of see that as an insult. But the thing is, that person hasn't done nothing to you. You just seen them, so you just kind of think, nah, this person's kind of showing off. I'm not even like, okay, we get it, you're going on
I
mad
think
holidays.
I think it depends. Like, if they are trying to show off to get likes, that's different. But obviously, if you're doing it because you want to do it, then that's different. So you're
Yeah,
not
I think
necessarily
if you're like flexing
showing
where
off.
like okay, deep down like you're just living like you're going on these holidays, but your lifestyle is a facade because like maybe you're doing mad moves to go on these holidays, not nothing legit. But that's no one's business in it. But I'm saying
Yeah.
if you're you're flexing and it's not genuine, then it doesn't matter. But someone else might still see that and think, yeah, rah, person living life, and there may be other people who might be doing the same thing, living life, but they've generally worked hard. So like maybe they've I don't know they've got a good job or whatever. Just they've worked hard in it. Do you know what I mean? And you think this person's kind of showing off. Like we get you on holiday. Why have you got to rub it in our faces? You know. But
Yeah.
the thing is, the problem with that, they're not showing off. You're just projecting your insecurities onto that, and that's the problem. Sometimes it's like just because they're in that place doesn't make you any less of a human. Like, cool, okay, you're not there yet. For you, you might need to maybe I don't know a year of grafting or a year to sort ABC, sort of finances. Then maybe you can start like going on 1 or 2 holidays
Yeah.
and start enjoying a bit more in it. But just because you're not there yet doesn't mean you won't get there. And sometimes like just cool, let everyone do what they're doing. It's easy said and done because we all kind of do it. Sometimes we heard and we watch. Sometimes we watch a bit too much, but sometimes it's the thing with social media. It's not. Remember, it's not. It's just the people you're seeing.
Yeah.
Like so, maybe if like you're seeing too many people like flexing, maybe just unfollow some people. Maybe like what I'm saying, have a clear out in terms of your followers. Like maybe have like manage the content you're watching.
Yeah.
Like if it's getting that bad, and like you said, or take breaks, have a
Yeah.
breather.
And I think it's also important with Instagram and Twitter. It's what you follow as well.
Yeah,
It's also important. Like if it's um, giving any value back to the person, I think that's important because if you follow the wrong kind of content, then obviously that's going to be bad for your mental health, and it doesn't
yeah,
make your mental health any better.
yeah.
If
That's
you,
true. I think
you
um yeah, that's true as well. Because I mean, subconsciously, wherever you follow somehow get to you. Like whether you think or not. Like so, like I said before, maybe just have it clear out in terms of who you're following,
yeah.
like what you're doing. Like and sometimes I mean I don't know. Have you ever had like a time where you thought, you know what, yeah, I just feel like I'm not even. I just feel low right now about my life, and you see something on Instagram or Twitter, like that's the opposite of how you're feeling, and you're like, you know what, man, like why can I be like that? Why can I want that?
Yeah, I get. I think everyone gets that in a way, but I think it might be to do with comparing yourself with other people. But obviously, I think people got to realize that not everyone's gonna be on the same journey as each other. So obviously, they've worked for what they needed to get,
Exactly.
and obviously everyone has. I believe in like timing. Like timing's important.
Mm,
So I think it's when you're ready, and obviously that's when that time will come, for um that job to come,
yeah,
or
or that,
or, or,
which,
or the business to fly, off.
yeah, exactly. And what it is, I feel like with every sort of like thing you see on social media, there's a backstory. Like for example, like you said, you might see people like living life, living lavish, but we don't know how they got there.
Yep.
Like so that person might have been living so like rough. Maybe they grew up in some sort of poverty, where like they can even go on holidays, they can even rub 2 pennies together.
Yeah.
Like, but now they're in a place where things are good, so they want to enjoy it because they know where they've come from, and you know what, they're like, you know what, I'm celebrating not being in that same position I was all these years ago, and now life is different, and I want to embrace that. But the average person who comes on the line with their insecurities sees that and like, no, this person like, right, why is he showing off? Why is she
Yeah.
showing off? But you don't know that. You don't know how they've got to where they've got to.
Yep.
So, and again, it's easier said than done. But so rather than thinking, nah, the person showing off, just okay, cool, just focus on okay, what I need to sort in my life, like, and focus on that. Because sometimes, yeah, you see, even when like, because with me, I obviously when I've kind of like set my goals for the year, and I'm like, oh, this seems kind of low compared to what that person's doing. For example, like I might have set a goal. This is not the case. This is an example, or to save like $2,000 for the whole year, and I go on social media now and I've found out someone who's managed to save like 12 grand, and I'm like, raw, like okay, that person saved 12 grand. So my goals are nothing then. My goals don't even matter because that person, but that's cool. That person had the capacity to save 12 grand. That's fine. That's there. But you have the capacity to save 2 grand. So just focus on what you need to do. And next year, maybe you might double it or even like triple it in terms of how much you can save. But because you're so focused on what that other person is doing, you feel your goals are little. You feel like, you know what, oh, I haven't done enough. But that's cool. If you set yourself to save 2 grand that year and you've done it by December 31st, you've met your goal.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if that person's in this game saved 12 grand. That's their goal. Your goals are different. But because that you feel like because that person's doing that, oh, I need to do that too. Like you know what I'm saying, and it's like it's always that kind of because I feel like that sometimes as well. Like, oh, you know, all my friends are, you know, everyone's getting a mortgage, you know.
Yeah, I think discipline is also important. Like, that's the one thing I've learned probably ever since I was young. Like discipline, you need discipline to do certain things in order to achieve that goal. Because obviously, it's not easy going to the gym, you know, all the time, trying to, you know, get the body that you want. Because it takes time, it takes work ethic and discipline. So I think, like, I remember when I was young, probably 5 years old, I remember like signing up just to join.
What, at 5?
Yeah, like playing like football, like literally.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you said sign up to the gym at 5.
No.
You bet your weights at 5, you know?
No way.
Yo.
Like, no, it was like football. So obviously, I just got out the house to play some football, and then obviously I used to play every like Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, at least every Saturday until before starting high school.
Yeah.
2008, and I remember just playing there. You know, playing football with other people. Obviously, teamwork is important, leadership, sportsmanship, and that's something that I've carried on throughout my whole life. So, so obviously, what happened back then is the benefits are already reaping now. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, do you know? Sorry to interrupt, but you know what's good about that? What you said is like sometimes it's discipline, like, and I feel like discipline has a part to play in everything that you do, in everything what you're trying to achieve, but even just in terms of social media and your mental health. And what I mean by that is like the example about the whole saving 2K and someone saving 12 grand. Yeah, like even to save any form of money is a form of discipline, right? Whether for some people might be looking at this thing and 2K, what, that's nothing, I can save that like that. But it still requires some form of consistency and discipline. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a bill every month to get there. 12K, maybe it's, you know, like, what's the maths? Well, 6 bills every month, or maybe 7 bills every month to save. No. What? Save 12K in a year. Maybe, okay, a bit more, maybe 8. Do you know what I mean? My maths is not mathsing right now, but yeah. Do you know what I mean? But you know what, you get what I'm saying. But
school for a while. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is still requires some discipline, but part of that discipline is not to worry about, okay, oh, but that person saved 12K. Don't get strayed. Like, because that person saved 12K, you know, I think, oh, you know, forget it. I'm not gonna bother saving the 2K because I need to get my money. I need to save 12K too. No, forget what that person's doing. Like, if you know, like I said, you've met your target, and this is not regards to money. This is regards to any sort of goal you have. And if you've met that goal, like, cool, you've done that. Like, you've met it. So don't worry about what everyone else is doing, because you haven't failed, but you think you have because of the amount, because that person's goal seems bigger than yours. Yes, the amount is big in the sense that of the monetary value. Like 12K is bigger than 2K.
Yeah.
But for that person saving 2K, that goal is still a big goal because for them, like, you know what, I never thought I can save 2K in this year and I've done it. That's cool. Same pace, same thing with the person saving 12 grand.
Yeah.
For them, that I never thought I could do it, but I've done it. So again, it's like it's still a big achievement on both ends. The only difference is that, like, literally, it's that the value is different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But because you're thinking, oh, you know what, look at that person's goal. Nah, man, they've smashed it. So I'm not gonna bother. Like, set your goals, whatever that may be, is different. Like, you might even have like maybe one goal, and it can be anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna do this course by the end of the year. I've done the course, like, done it. I've met my goal.
Yeah, and I think it's also important that people, you also have to be accountable as well. So obviously you got to go back and see the goal that you wrote to see if you kept to your promises, because obviously not many people think about that. I think it's important that you check yourself daily, or even journal about your thoughts, like what's going on, in that mind of yours. So it's important to just keep in check with yourself.
Yeah, I think I mean, and that's just kind of one like sort of area on this whole social media mental health. But I just feel like because this whole idea that we must be all on the same like trajectory or same path, that's what is kind of making you feel a bit insecure mentally, because you feel like everyone else is doing this, so I must be here too. Like, and even with me, the other day I was kind of thinking, I don't feel like I have a conventional life. Like, when growing up, I just thought everything would just be right. Go to school, uni, job, kids. Well, obviously, that might still happen in the future, but parents are there to see you in all these different milestones. But it's like, okay, it's like for us, or maybe for us, it's like, okay, well, school, bearing both parents, and then there's these other areas where someone else might be like, okay, cool, they've school, gone to uni, gone to work, parents still alive, this and that. So for them, that's I see that, okay, they've got conventional timeline. Whereas with me, I'm like, like, I've done school, but this wasn't part of the plan. Parents passing away. So it's like, and then you kind of think, well, you see things, you think, actually, that person should be doing that. I should be doing this. That person, they just got a house, and their parents have come to see their new house and welcome, or they just had a kid. Now their parents are grandparents, and you feel like, well, I'm thinking that, this is never going to be the case for me. My mum will never even get to witness me getting married, or if I have a kid. And I'm like, I see that's unconventional, because I've been conditioned to think like this is how life must go in a certain way. But sometimes, like, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? And I think, like, with social media, it's this big echo chamber of people like kind of bouncing off each other, like, oh, you're doing great, you're doing this and that, your life is so great, like, well done. And yes, that might be the case, but in some instances, you just think, and when you see that, you think, you know what, my life's not even great, man. I just feel like I have a shit life, man. But that's not the case. And I think, back to what you're saying, you have to kind of like be strong enough in yourself and your mental state to think, you know what, as much as I'm seeing everything that people around me doing this, doing that, I'm not doing it. And you think, okay, am I the one failing? But no, you just got to assess your goals, innit? Like, I think you only sort of fail if you haven't met, like, just focus on if have you met your goals. So just focus on what you want to achieve for that year. Obviously, it's more than just goals, but if I'm just using it as a simple example to illustrate the point. But like I said before, if you set, I've wanted to go gym for example, start of January, you said to yourself, by December, I want to be 80 kg. Yeah. So, okay, maybe gym 4 times a week, 6 meals to obviously boost the calories, whatnot, eat your veg, whatever, do certain compound lifts, do your workouts, increase the weights, whatever. So you have all your sort of your outline to achieve that goal, And let's just say, like, you're in that process of achieving that goal front, yeah, you come across someone who's already 80 kg, and you're like, raw, and then you think, hold on a minute, like but you was mad skinny like a couple months ago. How did you do that? And I'm here struggling,
Yeah.
but it's different. He's done that. That's different. But with that in particular, that's down to genetics. There's different things in it. Like you can't like it's different. Like that person, some people might put on weight easily, some people might not. But what I'm trying to say is like, because you're so worried about you've seen that person on the gram like looking wham, you think, oh, you know what, yeah, I can't even achieve mine because he was skinnier than me, and he's gone to 8 kg already, and you feel like, you know what, forget. But I know it's easier said than done, but you know what, just think, okay, cool, be happy for them. Okay, you know what, cool, you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
I need to go harder. I need to push myself because I know like I've still got 6 months left to achieve this goal. Like it's hard to stay on track when you have so many things you're seeing on Instagram, seeing on Twitter, seeing on, do you know what I mean? You're almost to the point you forget the goals you set for yourself in the start of the year or that year. And it's like sometimes just focus on what you're trying to achieve. Like again, like people around you your friends might be doing well, and that's great. Don't get me wrong, that's great.
Yeah.
But just know that again, like you said, timing. Just know what you need to do at this moment in time. Cool, hit that goal, and maybe next year it might be a different goal. You might be at a different stage in life. So rather than just spending your time worrying about these people are having so much fun, like plan for what you want to do. Okay, what do I want to achieve? How am I going to get there? What are the steps I need to take on a daily basis, on a monthly basis?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think, and I feel like with me, that's something I try to do a bit more now. Like, okay, what I need to do this year. Forget what everyone else is doing. What I need to do this year, and social media, because I'm on it almost. I'm on it every day. Like, I try to even set the I tried to set the you know that thing on the iPhone where like you set the timer, so you can maybe I put 15 minutes every day, but I'm always ignoring it. So that's you know what I mean. So that's not a thing. But I think like you said, taking the regular breaks, I want to start doing that. So maybe like one day or two, just just come off, maybe delete the app for a bit, and just stay off. Or do you know what I mean? Like
I know it also might be hard for some because obviously I know that's where their job is. So obviously,
yeah, exactly. That's their bread and butter.
It's going to be difficult. So I get that. But at least, even if it's 10, 20 minutes or half an hour, then, it's still good.
Yeah, you just got to work around it, man. Like, but how would you say like so far your mental health has been through this year, man?
Well, it's been challenging, because of COVID, because of there's a lot that's going on in the world right now. So I think I just don't really look into it too much, even though I look at it a bit, but not for too long, because obviously you don't want your mental health to go down and then it leads to depression, anxiety, and over comparison. So I think I just don't even look at it for too long.
Yeah, I think, do you know what? I don't know about you, yeah, but you see during lockdown, I actually quite enjoyed social media for the first. Do you know why? I enjoyed it properly.
Why is that?
Because I just feel like everyone was just in unison. Everyone was on good vibes. We were doing the challenges.
Oh yeah.
Like people were, like there was nothing to kind of like we're all in the same boat. Everyone. So even the person who does drip all the time, or the person who always want to flex, we're all in the same boat. There's no flip. Like right now, it's about health and just being happy.
Yeah.
Like making sure your mental health is happy. It's not about okay, cool, you're doing karate kicks to show the lubes, or you're in Santorini doing this and that. I know people are traveling now, but what I'm trying to say is that I felt like it was a point where everyone was on good vibes. Like we knew that we're in this big mess of we can't go out, and it's unfortunate. It's a bit annoying because like we've just been stopped, like abrupt.
Yeah.
Like we just come to a stop, and without didn't even know it was coming. Like COVID was literally like the guy you see around, the guy you don't see. Well, COVID was like a car. Not I wouldn't say a car crash, but COVID was like literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No one expected it. So obviously, cool. We're now in this position now. Everyone's on social media. Like I just feel like it's good vibe. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel like it was just good vibes. Like we're all doing. Everyone's doing the house. Do you remember? The house party app.
Yeah,
So
I remember that.
everyone's
Yeah,
banging house party. Everyone's on Zoom.
and the toilet roll challenge.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's just on good vibes. Like everyone was just having fun, because we won't worry about the rat race. We won't worry about, oh, that person's going there, that person's doing that. We're all in the same boat. And right now, we just felt like we've been stripped down to just worry about the essentials, which is just like, your health,
Yeah,
your physical health, even your mental health as well.
your
Like,
well-being as well.
exactly. So that's why I kind of felt it was a good time. Like, but of course, like taking from that whole isolation period, I feel like it's just to be a bit more mindful of how you're using social media and how, like, again what you're following.
Yeah, and
You
I
know,
think it's also to do with identity crisis as well. So people don't know who they are. So the people are gonna turn to things that they think is right, but it's wrong. But morally, they made that choice because they thought it would make them happy. So, and if people don't know who they are, then they're gonna follow all sorts of like different crowds.
yeah,
Like it's important to be a minority and not part of the majority. So you can't follow certain things just because someone said so. But you gotta also think for your own self, for your mental health, what you want out of life. And yeah.
yeah. I think it just made me realize, like, especially that lockdown period, made me realize what's important. What do I need to focus on? What is it that I need to do? Like, and I think that, again, I'm not saying it shouldn't take like quarantine or some form of isolation to make you realize what you need to do. But I can't like it helps me. And maybe for those listening, maybe like during lockdown, maybe that kind of gave you a moment of like reflection of, what, like, where am I going with my life? What am I doing? What makes me happy? All these like sort of little things in it. I don't know about you, so I don't know if any of you guys listening can relate, but I feel like with me, that's what it was. I wasn't worried about, oh, during this time of lockdown, you must be doing A, B, C to be productive. Listen, nah, man. Like, I'm not. I was just trying to focus on just being in a good mental state, man. Like, because I know a lot of people are saying, oh, you need to be productive, and yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But for some people, they want to just literally take a break because
Nah,
they spend their whole time being productive and being on the go all the time.
Because
Like,
I remember I saw some. I think I sent something to you about how I think it was some entrepreneur. He said that if you're not doing anything during this time, then you're wasting time. But I think
I don't agree with that, man.
he took it out. I think some people took it out of context in the way he said it. And
But these. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one.
I think it was a fitness influencer or
Yeah. I think a lot of people were kind of saying,
business
well,
owner.
yeah, just yeah. I remember that one. People were saying, well, for everyone's different. Not everyone can have the luxury to kind of like start a new side hustle or start like something, a new hobby, and just let everyone live, man. I'm not saying that the person's wrong for saying that. Cool, like maybe it's not a bad time to start something new. Because right now we're at a standstill, and in a sense, we was at a standstill. So, you might want to work on that little idea you had a couple months back and see, okay, if it's gonna pop. But for everyone, it's different. Not everyone can. People literally just want to chill out. Because it's been so hectic for the past couple of months or even the past couple of years. Now they've got a chance to just, what, I ain't got to worry about nothing. So let me just chill, worry about just my wellness, and like it's different for everyone, man. Like, it's not. No one's gonna like. Just worry about what you need to do, man. I think that's like, just to kind of round up with this topic. Yeah, I feel like with social media, like practical stuff, take the breaks. Take the breaks, and I think as much as we should worry about. We should basically be mindful of what we're consuming. But we should also be mindful of how we can respond to certain things on social media as well. I know we can all have the memes and, what I'm saying, have a couple jokes about a couple things, but just be mindful of what you're doing sometimes, innit? Because that meme you're laughing at, I don't know, like, you're all over in the comments, like, busting joke about, I don't know, whatever meme or whatnot, and you don't know how that person can react. But I'm not saying, we can't have, of course you can have jokes and stuff like that, but I think it's more so just like accountability for yourself as well, because we can always say, like, oh, you know, we need to be kind to others, but we need to practice it as well, innit? And
Yeah.
that doesn't say you're a horrible person anyway, or you was being horrible anyway. But just sometimes just assess, oh, you know, maybe is that a bit mad though? Like I'm a bit mad.
Yeah.
Let me just kind of like, okay, maybe I won't say that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I won't do the LOL because you never know, that person might take it a wrong way, or
Wrong way, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just about, you know, like protecting ourselves, man, because I feel like trolling is one of those things, you know, I feel like it's gotten worse over time throughout social media.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get trolled.
Well, I feel like with trolls, I feel like it's a form of insecurity. So they're insecure about something in their life. So obviously they're gonna project it on other people as well
Yeah,
to make themselves feel better.
definitely.
You
Like,
know? So
are you the sort of person that when it comes to trolling, if you have been trolled, yeah, like how do you usually respond? Do you go do the back and forth, or you just like you're just straight delete?
mm, I don't even look at it if I'm being honest with you. Like I think I remember on when I was in school, like I think it was like high school. Like I think someone was writing something about me on Facebook. But
Yeah.
obviously I didn't know what it was about, so I just ended up not even looking at it. I just thought, oh, you know, these people are just doing it because they're trying to get something out of me. But I think in that moment it made me realize it's not worth clicking on
Yeah, I'm not.
something.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know
not.
that. So,
I can't. I just straight delete, man.
so it's gonna make you just mad and mad or upset. So there's no point. Just
Yeah,
gotta
yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I
delete it.
mean, yeah, I'm not a sort of person that to I'm gonna leave negative comments on my page just to show that, yeah, you know what, I can go back and forth. Listen, if someone's coming at me in a negative angle, or literally trolling me, I'm gonna delete it. What am I gonna what? So I'm gonna go back and forth to prove that. Oh no, I'm gonna delete it.
Yeah.
It's like it's my page. Like I can control what I want on it and what I don't want.
You can choose what to put out. You know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna delete because if you give them the size, that's what they want. They want you to kind of like, they want to draw you out. That's what they want to do. They want to draw you out so you can have a reaction, because more time these trolls have nothing better to do. That is their instant gratification. Yes, I got him. We got him. Now they're going back and forth doing the keyboard. Like, who's got time to be a keyboard warrior? Like,
Yeah.
I get criticism is fine. Like that's fine. I don't mind that. You know what I'm saying? You can criticize or become constructive as well. Like, you know what? I feel like maybe on this particular thing you could have done this better, or you could have wrote in that instead. That's cool. That's cool. But if you're saying, oh yeah, look at you, just hella expletives like bam bam, then I'm not gonna respond to you. I'm just gonna
no
delete it.
point. Yeah.
I'm gonna delete it. You know, like nah, just like, you know. So again, like protect your mental health, man. And I know like especially around this I know it's October the 10th, World Mental Health Day is.
Yeah.
But of course, it shouldn't just take one day for us to realize that mental health is a big problem, and there's so much like it's a big problem. But again, like I said before, we gotta just do our part. You know, I'm not saying us two can literally change the entire world or the whole mental health space and how people look at it. But again, just look at what you're doing, how you respond to things. You know what you're consuming. Because you think, okay, no, it's nothing. Subconsciously, you might think, you know what, it's getting to you. So just be mindful what you're doing. And
as well as the people that you interact with as well. I think that's also important. Like for your friend who you keep around.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so just do your part. But that's a wrap from us. Hope you guys enjoyed today's topic. As always, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast. We're now on Deezer. We are also on Google Podcast as well.
Yep.
So follow us on the gram, Thinking Out Loud Pod _
on Instagram as well. Yeah.